All right, come to your mat if you're not already there. Sit up either on a block, or if you prefer just to not sit on a block, sit maybe against the wall, something like that. And just take a couple of breaths, like any way you like. Just give yourself free rein to take. It might be that you just really slow your breath down. It might be that you need to do a really big breath in and a breath out. But just give yourself 3 breaths to breathe however you need to. And then once you've done those 3 breaths of completely free, move into a place where you're actually really controlling your breath. So what I would like you guys to do is start to breathe in a really steady way. Like you're taking a lot of time to draw in your inhale. And then right straight then into your exhale. So you're not missing a beat. It's like the exhale moves out to the pace of the inhale. What I want you guys to feel for is this continuum in your breath. So your inhale becomes the exhale. Exhale becomes the inhale. And this sense that there's no blips at all. It's so smooth. Remember that the way that we breathe is directly connected to the state of our mind. Notice what happens when we do this with the breath. So we're just steadying the breath. We're just bringing everything into a real steady, continuous flow. Keep breathing in this way as you listen to our intent for today. Today's intent is to slow down. Notice what happens in your body when you hear that intent. Does something relax? We're using the next 75 minutes on our mat to imbibe this quality of steadiness into our cells, our skin, our bones, and into our psyche. So when we step off the mat, that quality of energy comes with us into the day. Take one more steady breath in and out. And then open your eyes. So however you're sat, you can stay as you are, We're coming into Kapalabhati breath. For me at the moment, I'm actually liking kneeling. So if that's what you want to do that. You can cross your legs, you can sit on a block. But bring your hands to your lower belly. And remember with Kapalabhati breath, we're just focused on the exhale. The inhale will happen by default. So together, we'll take a breath in through the nose. And then a breath out through the nose. Then half of an inhale. We'll start Kapalabhati on the exhale. Take a full inhale. A complete exhale. We'll repeat that, but this time I would like you guys to focus on keeping your face relaxed and focus when you're doing your breath on the center of your forehead, like you're shining up your skull. Okay, let's take a deep breath in together and out. And half of an inhale. Again, deep breath in. Full breath out. And open your eyes. Come into Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of your feet together. Heels are about 18 inches away from your groin. Working with unlocking the hips. Inhale, lift your left hip up. So you like rock onto the right side and take your hands onto your left thigh. Just give the top of your thigh a little massage, like you're bringing awareness into that area of your body. So you might find a point there that's a little bit interesting. You can keep the pressure there for a breath or two. And then once you've done that, take your right hand out to the right and bring your left hand to the top of your left thigh. Put your left butt cheek down on the floor. Take an inhale, lift up through your chest, and then as you exhale, use your left hand to push your left thigh away. So your chest is still lifted, and what you're sensing is just a little bit of space into the lower left side of the back, maybe down into left hip joint. And it's only early, so no massive movements just yet. We're just starting to introduce this notion of spaciousness. Alrighty, and then from there, keep your hand where it is. Just inhale, lift up through your chest. And then twist your chest towards your right knee. And start to lengthen as though you're coming into a forward fold. So the hand is still on the thigh, pushing the thigh away. But we've just moved the location so that we're starting to introduce a bit of space through the back of the body. As you're breathing in the calm, steady, like continuous loop, you just get this sense of like you're washing out tension through the back of your body. So your breath's a little bit like water. Coming all the way up on your inhale. Ooh. Just pause there as you exhale. So keep the breath going even in the transitions. And then lift your right hip up. So same thing, just give it a little bit of a massage. Even just, sometimes I do a little tapping. Just want to get a bit of energy moving through that part of the body. Particularly if we've been sat all week, which probably we have. And then take your left hand to the left, bring your right hand to your right thigh, put your right butt cheek down. Take an inhale, lift up through your chest, and then over to your left as you exhale. So same thing, we're just starting to introduce a tiny little bit of space, like between thigh bone and hip bone, thigh bone and pelvis. It's actually nice just to see that bone like kind of moving away from your pelvis in your mind's eye. And like breathing in between the thigh bone and the pelvis to create a little bit of cushioning, like a little bit of kind of air pocket there. Okay, and then from there, inhale, lift up through your chest. Start to twist towards your left knee a little bit. And then as you exhale, lengthen over your left leg. So spine stays long. We're not going anywhere beyond what is, comfortable right now. You get this sense of, again, that cleansing breath through the back of your body. And then next breath, come all the way up as you inhale. Take your hands behind on the floor as you exhale. Lift your chest. Start to spread out through your collarbones. Feel the chest, sternum, all across the upper part of your body expand. And come into a forward fold as you exhale. It's this sense of feeling like the legs are starting to switch on now. So press the balls of your feet together and the heels. And if your hands do reach the floor, inhale, press down through your palms like you're trying to drag your chest forward a little bit. Use that to traction a little bit more space through the back of your body. Okay. And coming all the way up as you inhale. If you've got padding, like your blanket, put that underneath your back as you exhale. And you're going to need your block and your roll nearby. If you've only got a roll or a block, don't worry. One is better than none. And come all the way down onto your back. Take the roll in between your thighs, so it's resting on your groin. Now, if you do have a block, the block is in between your calves. So if you've got a roll and a block, use both. If you don't, use one. Remember, guys, if you're working with back tweaky stuff, you can do this with your feet on the floor. Interlace your fingers, hands at the base of your skull. So take a huge feeling breath in through the back of your body. Hold your breath, squeeze the roll, squeeze the block if you've got that. And as you exhale, lift your head and shoulders up. Pull your lower belly down. Inhale, head down. Hold your breath, squeeze the roll. So start to feel your inner thighs engage. Little curl of your tailbone. As you exhale, head and shoulders come up. Reach your elbows skyward. Lower belly pulls down. Inhale, head down. So really slow the movement down. Hold your breath. Squeeze the roll and just send your thighs forward tiny little bit. Press through your heels as you exhale. Head and shoulders come up. Lower belly draws down. Inhale, head down. Hold your breath. Squeeze the roll. Little squeeze of your sit bones. Spread out through your feet as you exhale. Head and shoulders come up. Reach elbows skyward. Pull lower belly down. Inhale, head down. So notice if your back is starting to ache. If that's the case, put your feet down. Hold your breath, squeeze the roll, squeeze the block if you've got that. As you exhale, lift head and shoulders up. Lower belly draws in. Inhale, head down. Hold your breath, press your lower back into the mat. Keep your navel drawing towards your spine, squeeze the roll. Exhale, lift your head and shoulders up. Low belly draws in. Inhale, head down. Hold your breath, press lower back into the mat. Keep navel drawing to spine. Squeeze roll, squeeze block as you exhale. Head and shoulders lift up. Lower belly draws down. Inhale, head down. Put your feet on the floor as you exhale. Move your proper way. Come back to the continuous loop of your breath here. So notice if your breath went all scattered when we got a little bit intense. And then again, we want to come back to this real steadiness of breathing in, breathing out, just one continuous loop. All right, you'll need your roll or your block for the next one. Roll over onto one side and come on up to sitting. Now, you guys know gate opener, but I really want to encourage, if you're feeling like abs just are really hurting your back, I would like you to do this with your feet on the wall. So when you come in, you come out, but you've got the support of the wall. And even if they're not hurting, you might just want to try that for a different version. Otherwise, you guys will be off the wall as we usually do it. So I'm going to turn my back to you. The roll is in between your thighs and your knees are bent. So make sure you've got enough space to straddle your legs, and then interlace your fingers, hands at the base of your skull, and point your elbows up. Make sure your knees are not too close to your chest here. So again, we want to focus on keeping lower back glued to the floor as the navel draws in. Okay. Inhale through your upper back. Hold your breath, squeeze the roll. Exhale, lift head and shoulders up, lower belly draws down. Put your left hand on the roll. Inhale, straddle your legs open. So you've either got your feet on the wall or not. As you exhale, curl your pubic bone up towards your navel. Reach your thigh bones away. And pull your lower belly in. Inhale, legs together, head down, feet stay up. Hold your breath. Press your lower back into the mat, squeeze the roll. Exhale, head and shoulders come up, belly draws down. So put your right hand on the roll. Inhale, straddle your legs open. Keep lifting through your shoulders as you exhale, curl pubic bone to navel. Reach your thighs forward, lower belly draws in. Inhale, legs together, head down, feet stay up. Hold your breath. Curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bones. Exhale, head and shoulders come up, keep navel drawing in. Put your left hand on the roll. Inhale to straddle your legs so you still got your knees bent. Exhale, curl pubic bone to navel, reach thigh bones away. Lower belly draws in. Inhale, legs together, head down, feet stay up. Option to straighten your legs. You can still do this if you're on the wall also. Press your back into the mat, squeeze the roll, and as you exhale, lift head and shoulders up. Pull your lower belly down towards your spine. Put your right hand on the roll, inhale to straddle. Exhale, curl pubic bone up. Send your thigh bones forward, lower belly draws in. Inhale, legs together, head down, feet stay up, spread your toes. Hold your breath, squeeze the roll, squeeze sit bones. Exhale, lift head and shoulders up. Keep pulling your navel down. Left hand on the roll, inhale to straddle. Send your thighs forward a little bit, and then as you exhale, just curl pubic bone. Keep knees a little bit bent as you reach through inner thighs. Inhale, legs together, head down, feet stay up. Hold your breath. Press your lower back down, curl tailbone, squeeze the roll. Exhale, head and shoulders come up, lower belly pulls in. Put your right hand on the roll, inhale to straddle again. Spread out through your toes. As you exhale, curl pubic bone to navel, send thighs away, lower belly pulls in. Inhale, legs together. Exhale, head down, feet down. Pause there. Take a full feeling breath, like really steady breath in. And a really steady but complete breath out. Roll over onto one side. Come onto your hands and knees. Working through stages of turbo dog. So again, one really great way, guys, to notice if you've gone out of integrity is to check the quality of your breath. So use that as a guide as we move through the next part. All right, your middle finger faces straight ahead. Knees are hip width. Hands are a little bit ahead of your shoulders, maybe a couple of inches. Before we go anywhere, take a big breath into the back of your body, like shoulders, armpit, chest. And as you breathe out, press through the thumb mound, the middle finger mound, and the pinky finger mound. So there's 3 points there that I would like you to keep pressing through. So you've got the tripod in your hands. Take another breath in. Start to bend your elbows a little bit. So it's like you're about to lower your elbows towards the floor. And then as you breathe out, hug your elbows into the midline like there's an imaginary block in between your arms. Okay. From there, keep that press through your hands. Keep your elbows moving in, and now take your shoulders away from your ears. Now that might be you today, so you're more than welcome to stay here, breathing really steady. If you can maintain what's going on in your upper body, take another breath in and then tuck your toes, and as you exhale, straighten your legs, but keep your elbows bent. So the legs don't need to straighten. You can have your knees bent, you can have your heels lifted. But what I would like you to feel for is letting the back of your head go, pressing through the tripod in your hand, and then hugging your elbows into the midline so you feel chest, armpits, and upper back working. Okay, take 2 more really steady breaths here. If you need to do it with your knees down, do that. And then lower your knees down, sit back onto your heels for a moment, uptake the quality of that energy. Alrighty, flash prep. Measure your upper arm bones. Have your right forearm parallel on the mat and bring your left hand back so that your left elbow and your left wrist are stacked. The key to this pose is checking that your left elbow doesn't wing out to the side. So you want to really squeeze it into the midline. Okay, back of your head relaxed. Inhale through upper back, armpits, chest. Okay, squeeze your elbows in, press through your left palm and tuck your toes as you exhale, straighten your legs. Now again, guys, if you come up and it's just too intense today, you put your knees down and breathe there, that's fine. Okay. If where you are is enough, again, stay there. Just make sure that you're really aware that both shoulders are working evenly. And then if today is a day that you can go a little deeper, take your right leg straight up. Use the right leg to lift yourself up and come back to that really steady, really continuous breath. Okay. Take one more breath. Reach up through your right heel if your leg is lifted. Slowly lowering your leg down, knees down as you exhale. And change sides. So lucky that we get to do everything twice. So measure your upper arm bones. Left palm flat on the floor. Right hand back this time. So let's get set. Just taking the time to set up makes such a difference in the quality of your experience. So again, just checking that your left forearm, elbow and wrist are aligned. Right hand, right elbow stacked. Inhale. Knees lift as you exhale. Option to keep your knees down always. Make sure that your head and neck are not doing too much of the work here. So you want to make sure that there's no tension there. And then really feeling for that pushing the floor away as your chest activates. And if you're going deeper, take your left leg straight up. Keep moving your shoulders away from your ears. Keep reaching up through left heel. Feel for this sense of energy and aliveness in your body as you breathe. And then slowly, slowly lower that left leg down. Put both knees down. Come on up to standing. Take your feet to 3 feet apart. Maybe go a little bit wider. Now you can do this just with your hands on the floor, that's fine. Otherwise, interlace your fingers, palms clasp at your lower back. Have a little bend through your knees here, and then as you inhale, lift up through your chest. Forward fold as you exhale. And take your arms over your head. So if that doesn't work for you, by all means put your hands on the floor or shins or just whatever you can work with today. It's more important that we're just experiencing the quality of the forward fold, which essentially steadies the mind and the breath again. So just come back to that really steady breath. Feel for, as you press through your feet, like the big toe mound, the pinky toe mound and the heel are all working. Notice if your inner arches are collapsing. Feel for lifting them up. Okay. From here, take an inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. Hands to hips as you exhale. And then press through your legs to come all the way up on your inhale. Woo! Toe heel feet together. Come to the top of the mat. We'll move through B series. 2 pose vignettes. Alrighty. Feet together are apart. Inhale into chair. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, hands on shins, inhale. Step to plank. Lower as you exhale. Cobra, inhale. So upper back working, chest moves forward. Pull your navel in, pull your ribs in. Tuck your toes, down dog as you exhale. So use your core to lift up into down dog. Step your left foot forward, come into warrior 2 position. Setting up for bird wing, bring your elbows into your ribs. Palms are upward facing, forearms parallel. So as you inhale, lift your chest up. And then as you exhale, peel your arms away from the midline whilst you squeeze your elbows in. So we've got inhale back to center. Peel arms away as you exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, arms to the midline. Spread out through your palms. Peel your arms away as you exhale, but feel your elbows squeeze in. Okay, from there, release, but keep your legs the same. Inhale, both arms straight up. Hold your breath, go back into a reverse, but only as far as your held breath will allow. And then place your right hand on your right thigh and take your left arm overhead. So you're in reverse warrior. Okay. If that's not great for your neck, you can reach your left arm towards your left knee. And then start to relax your right ear towards your right shoulder, opening up to the left side of your neck. Okay. Whatever version you're in, exhale fully. And then take one complete steady round of breath. On your next inhale, come all the way up. Plant your palms, step back to plank, and really slowly lower as you exhale. So remember, knees can go down. Come into a cobra. If you want up dog, take up dog, but keep your elbows bent. And then lower down, pull your navel in, pull your ribs in. Tuck your toes, use your belly to lift yourself up. Downward facing dog. Bird wing. Step your right foot forward as you inhale, come all the way up. This time for bird wing, take your elbows a little bit further away from your ribs so they're not glued in. Palms are still spread. And then lift up through your chest again. So inhale here. Peel your forearms away from the midline as you exhale and see if you can start to feel like the back of your armpits. Inhale, forearms into the midline. Peel away from the midline as you exhale. So that area at the back of your arms, armpits, upper back, squeeze. Inhale to midline. Peel open as you exhale, squeeze. Spread collarbones. Keep your ribs in. Last one, inhale in. Peeling open as you exhale, squeeze. Make sure the crown of the head lifts skyward. Okay, keep your legs the same, relax your arms. And again, inhale, arms straight up. Moving towards reverse as you hold your breath, start to move back. When you can't move any further, exhale, left arm to left thigh, right arm overhead. So option to reach your right arm to right knee. If you feel more of a neck release is appropriate. And then breathe in a way that gets you back into the awareness in your legs. So it's like you're breathing down into your feet. This sense of lifting a little bit through the upper body and then opening. Some more spaciousness. Next, inhale, use your right hand, bring your body all the way up. Plant your palms, step back. If you want to, you can just go straight to down dog. Otherwise, lower all the way. Come into cobra or up dog. Just make sure your thighs are really working. Glutes are squeezing to support the lower back. Navel to spine. Press back. Downward facing dog as you exhale. All right, lounge lunge. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Now, if you guys have a block, you can do this on a block for something a little bit different. Your right hand will be up on the block, or it can just be on the floor, that's fine. Left arm comes outside of your left leg. You're hanging your right ribs like towards your right arm, but at the same time, bring your left knee into your chest and start to twist your chest towards your left knee. So what you do with your neck is up to you, but keep it as relaxed as you can here. And then get a sense of reaching back through your right leg so that the whole thing is active, but not overstrained. Okay, full feeling breath here. Twist it a little deeper as you breathe out. And then release. Come back into a high lunge. So your back knee's under your hip, front heel under your knee. Put your left hand on your left leg. Inhale your right arm straight up. Twist as you exhale. So you've got a little fist with your right hand. Bring your left hand on top. Okay, and then from there, inhale, lengthen the crown of your head forward. Focus on twisting from your navel as you exhale. So not so interested in the shoulders today, but like you're almost using your core to twist. Keep letting your neck relax. And feel the back toes spread. As you fill the area from pelvis to the crown of your head with breath. And then release. Step back, plank. Lower as you exhale. Cobra or up dog. Again, use your arms to really open through your chest. Down dog. As you exhale, you can put turbo dog in there if you want a bit more spice. Lounge lunge, step your right foot forward. So left hand is on the block or the floor, it doesn't matter. Make sure that the hand though, the left hand is just a little bit ahead of your shoulder. Okay. Hug your right knee in. Twist your left ribs towards your right thigh and then relax your neck somehow. Even though this pose is active, there's an element of rest. So see if you can tap into that. There's somewhere where you're maybe over trying. And then release. Come up into a high lunge. Front heel under your knee, back knee under your hip. Right hand on your right thigh. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, twist. Little fist with your left hand, right hand goes on top. Press down through the whole of your right foot. Make sure your inner arch is lifted. And then again, let the navel anchor the twist as you exhale. Letting the neck go. Release. Either move through a vinyasa or press straight back to down dog, your choice. And once you're done, put your knees down. We're coming into down dog on the wall. If you're not up for going upside down today, that's completely all right. You're going to do turbo dog on the wall. So for those of you that aren't inverting, bring your hands onto the wall, bend your elbows like in turbo dog, and squeeze them into the midline. So you're still getting something through the upper back. Otherwise, down dog on the wall. Take your hands wider than shoulders. Relax your neck. Heels are on the baseboard. Inhale into upper back, lift your knees. And then as you exhale, one foot followed by the other up the wall. Feel for wrapping your shoulders here. So what I mean by that is that your armpits almost wrap in towards your chest. And get a sense of the tripod in your hands. Big, so the thumb mound, the middle finger mound, and the pinky finger mound, all pressed down. Take 3 more breaths here to really use your legs. Make sure your inner thighs reach skyward. Steady breath. And then once you're done, step down, come back to downward facing dog. Extended warrior. Inhale, step your left foot forward for warrior 2 legs. Now you can have a block here, inside or outside your left leg. Left hand on the block or the floor. Right arm overhead. Feel for sending your left hip towards your right heel. And if you can, lower your left hip in line with your right knee. Notice if there's a tendency to go like over intense. It's like just calm your attitude a little bit. Just avoid like going beyond what is like pleasurable. Steady, easy breath. Okay, release. Come into half pigeon. You can work with your shin parallel. If that's not working, no worries. Bring your heel in towards your groin. Try to get it though, guys, so that your left knee is coming straight out of your left hip rather than winging too much to the side. Tuck your right toes under, reach your right leg back. Inhale. Walk yourself forward as you exhale. So again, it's like paying attention to the way we enter and exit the pose is just as important as what we're doing when we're in it. We're actually paying attention to how we transition. And as you know, that also plays a role in the way we transition in our life. We want to do it with as much awareness as we can. Okay, deep breath into the area that just feels a little bit louder. See if you can use your breath to like water down the intensity. And then release. Step back to plank. Inhale to come forward and then lower all the way down as you exhale. Set up for boat. Bring your hands to your lower back, clasp your hands. You can keep your legs on the floor as you inhale, lift your chest. If you want to go deeper, lift your legs also. Hands come off your lower back, collarbones spread, but the crown of your head reaches forward. Take an inhale to lengthen. Lower as you exhale. So navel to spine, ribs in, press to down dog as you breathe out. Extended warrior, inhale right foot forward. So remember, if you've got a block, you can use that. Left arm overhead. Hand can be inside or outside your right foot. Inside works for me. And then again, get this sense of reaching your right butt cheek towards your left heel. Right ribs rotate skyward. And the left side of your neck relaxed. Release for pigeon. So again, we want to set this with intention. Your right knee tracks straight out of your right hip. Tuck your left toes, reach your left leg back. Activate your right foot. Inhale. Come forward as you exhale. So it's this sense like you're reaching through the inner right ankle, the heel. You can be on your forearms, you can be all the way down, but again, bring your awareness to the area that's more alive. And see your breath move to that place like it's beginning to just thin out the tension. Release, step back to down dog only. Step your left foot forward. Come up so your feet are parallel. We're heading into flank stretch. Feet are about 3 feet apart. Hands on your hips. Inhale, lift up through your chest. Forward fold as you exhale. And then walk your right hand towards your left ankle. Put your left hand on the floor outside your left foot or maybe on top of your right hand. Take an inhale. Lower your chest towards the floor as you exhale. And then arc your right ribs towards your right leg. Keep letting the back of your neck go here. See if you can bring in again that quality of steady breath, so no gaps, no blips. Just smoothing in the inhale and exhale. From there, release and reset your feet in a warrior two position. Come all the way up, so your left foot is facing forward. And then you either have the option of extended warrior with a half bind or warrior interlock. If you're doing the full bind, make sure that you bind at your knee joint rather than your hip joint. And lift your torso off your front thigh. So again, we're looking to rotate the left ribs skyward, still relaxing the neck. Pay attention to the awareness in your back leg, like it can get really kind of front leg heavy, this pose. Still want to feel balance through the back of the body. And then release. Step back to plank. Lower all the way. Boat. Take your hands behind, inhale, chest lifts, maybe your thighs lift, reaching your arms back, collarbones spread. And then plant your palms, belly in, ribs in, down dog as you exhale. Step your right foot forward, come all the way up again for flank on the opposite side. So again, hands on hips. Inhale, lift your chest. Hinge forward as you exhale, hands to the floor. Walk your left hand over to right ankle. Right hand either on the floor or your left hand. And then again, let your spine just hang down easy. Inhale through the left side of your body. Arc your ribs towards your left as you exhale. Chest down. Back of your neck relaxed. See if you can lean forward a little bit just to get a bit more weight in the front of your feet. And release. Turn your right toes forward, reset for warrior two. And you're either coming into half bind or full bind. Breathe steadily as you move into the pause. So again, you've got that awareness of the transition. We want to bring as much focus to every aspect of the practice. So it's not just this thing that we kind of just tick off the list. We're fully here. Release, plant your palms. Down dog, if you want to take a vinyasa, take one. If you're in down dog and you want to add a bit of turbo, do that. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, put your back knee down. Come up into a high lunge again. So we're going to go into a twisting warrior interlock, twisting lunge interlock actually. Stage 1, you'll start with your right arm outside your left leg and your left arm behind your back. Stage 2, the left arm goes under and the right arm goes under and the left arm behind your back. So you can interlock your fingers there maybe. For this one, you actually rest your body on your front leg. Obviously your neck is relaxed. And because the belly is compressed, like it forces us to breathe into the back of the body. As you're breathing into that place, start to roll your chest open so the left shoulder moves away from the floor still. And keep letting the neck relax. Notice how when we restrict where the breath can go, it's like 100% of our breath can move into that place. And it actually helps us just really deepen into moving the tension out. All right, release. Reset your feet completely like you're coming into pyramid. So your left toes will be forward, right toes turn out. Take your left hand to your lower back and inhale your right arm up. As you exhale, start to extend and come forward. Again, come all the way up as you inhale, press through your legs. This time count for 8 as you lower forward. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come all the way up as you inhale. Count for yourself 8 as you exhale. Do one more. Come all the way up as you inhale. Make sure you've got a little bend in that front knee. Extend your spine. Try and keep your right arm by your ear as you exhale. And this time when you get down, place your right hand on the floor, either inside or outside of your left foot. Remember, you can use a block. Left hand can stay on your sacrum here, or take your left arm straight up. So feel again, we want to connect to the twisting through the navel center rather than the spine or the arms. And then release, press back, down dog or vinyasa as you exhale. Step your right foot forward, back knee underneath your hip. Twisting lunge interlock, left arm outside of your right thigh, right arm behind your back. Option to interlock if you've got that in your shoulders today. You can also use a strap in between your hands here. Relax through the right side of your neck. And again, feel for getting your breath to the upper portion of your spine, like that area between shoulder blades. Release from here. Reset your feet so you're in pyramid feet. Slight bend to your right knee. Right hand to your sacrum. Left arm by your ear. Inhale. Lengthen your spine forward as you exhale. So keep your spine really, 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 really long. Press through your legs. Come up. Inhale. And we count ourselves down for 8 as you exhale. So your own 8. Keep really lengthening through your spine. And then come all the way up. Inhale. Extend, extend, extend as you exhale. Once you've counted your 8, left hand on the floor, inside or outside your right foot. Hand on your sacrum. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward and then twist. Again, you can take your right arm straight up. Feel in here for what you can access at your navel center. And then where else you can relax through the neck. So maybe the chin comes in towards the chest. And get the back of the neck relaxed. Release, press back, down dog or vinyasa as you exhale. Last vignette. Before we move into the final vignette, take a big breath in. Exhale out and commit to being fully here for this. Head to ankle prep. Inhale, step your left foot forward, come into warrior 2 legs. Put your right hand on the floor or a block. Left hand on your inner left thigh, just like we did at the start of class. Take an inhale into your left hip. Guide your left thigh bone forward as you exhale. Lower your chest towards your right hand. So it's just trying to create a little bit of space through the left hip joint. Relaxing through the back of your neck. One more feeling breath in here. Keep both legs engaged. And then from there, walk your hands around to the front foot. Put your back knee down. Make sure your back knee is underneath your hip. Head to ankle stage 1. Head moves down towards your left ankle, but you're in a high lunge. So remember, back knee and hip stay stacked. If that's enough, stay there. You can walk your left arm underneath your left leg. You can start to straighten the back leg so that the back foot is flat down. It's like a warrior 1 position. And your head moves towards your ankle. And then maybe your head moves beyond your ankle. That's stage 3. So whatever version you're in, again, feel both legs working here. So we're not just completely concentrated on the front foot. And then release. Step back, down dog, vinyasa if you want that. If you just come back to down dog, give your legs a little pedal out maybe. Just keep a bit of the energy moving through your legs. And then head to ankle prep. Step your right foot forward, same thing, right hand, right thigh, left hand on the floor. A little bit like flank through your ribs as you guide your right thigh forward. Separate your teeth. Head to ankle. Put your back knee down as you walk your hands towards your front foot. So remember you're in a high lunge and then your head is moving towards your right ankle. Keep the back, knee and hip stacked. You can start to take your right arm underneath your right leg. And you can also work with your back leg straight. Make sure that the back heel is down here, so the heel is not lifted. Keep lowering your head down towards your ankle. Release. Press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale into your pelvis. Walk through to a seat as you exhale. Come to cross legs. So we've got two options here. You can actually, if you feel like you need to, you can do this with your back up against the wall. Otherwise, you can just do it in seated. So you have your right knee bent. This is the first version. You're going to take a hold of your left foot. And it's a seated pigeon. So we want to feel that same type of release like you would in a pigeon pose. And you're going to feel for lifting your heel up towards your chest. Okay. Now, if you can go deeper today, take your hand over the top of your left foot and bring your left arm underneath your left knee, like so. So that's the first part. Then if you're starting to feel like you can go deeper, you're straightening through your left heel. See if you can keep both your sit bones on the floor and arcing through your right ribs. So come into compass. The other thing you can do here is put a strap around your left ankle and use that to be able to straighten out through your left leg. Okay. Wherever you are, whether you're in compass or pigeon, feel for the steadiness of breath again. So we don't want to be forcing at this stage, particularly towards the end of the practice. So one more feeling breath. If you're in pigeon and you want to go a little bit deeper, you can bring the foot into your right armpit and start to bring a bit more movement into the leg. So it's like you've got a little leg baby. Okay, everybody, big breath. And full breath out. And then release. Change sides. So you have seated pigeon, stage 1. Compass, stage 1, stage 2. Be very mindful of the discrepancies on either side of your body. Like for me on this side, there's no way I will get my legs straight. Totally different experience. If you're in compass, you've got like a flank thing happening through the side of your body again. Seated pigeon people, you can hold on to the leg like so. Keep lifting up through your spine. The back of your neck is long. And then really focusing on getting your breath into the pelvis, that bottom part of the body. Alrighty, release. Half lotus or just cross leg twist, it's entirely up to you. If you're doing a half lotus, bring the top of your left foot into your right thigh. Otherwise, just have your left leg in front of your right. Half lotus people, reach your left hand behind your back. Take your right hand outside of your left leg. If not, just put your left hand on the floor behind. Inhale, lift up through your spine. Twist your navel to your left as you exhale. So don't worry about moving your head or your neck. You're just twisting the navel. Shoulder heads down. Breath is steady. And then rock back enough to feel your sit bones on the floor. Sense that you're breathing energy from the earth through your sit bones and up through your spine. Release. Change sides. So top of your right thigh. Half lotus if you're going there. Left hand outside, or you can just have your right hand on the floor, and then again inhale, lift your chest. Twist your chest towards your right, using your navel. Shoulder heads down. Coming back through center, inhale. Cross your legs as you exhale, take your hands behind. Inhale, lift your chest, spread out through your collarbones. And then walk your hands forward as you breathe out. So you want to feel like your spine is lengthening still. Chin is tucked and the back of your neck is long. Just notice the quality of your breath here, the state of your mind. Walk your hands back, all the way up. Lay down onto your back. Your knees bent and your feet flat. So we set up for twisted roots. Just pop your pelvis over to the right a couple of inches and take your right leg over your left once or twice. And then your knees will go over to your left. Try and keep them pretty close to your chest. Right arm out to shoulder height. You can gaze towards your right fingertips there. Or you can gaze towards your left, like you'll get a different release through both. It's like your shoulders relax into the mat. And then while you're down there, take an inhale and unravel your legs before you come out. Just a lot kinder on your lower back. And come all the way back as you inhale, plant your feet on the floor. Just pause there as you exhale. It's no rush. And then off center your pelvis to the left. Take your left leg over your right, once or twice. Both knees over to your right. Left arm out to shoulder height. Let your upper back rest. So you're either gazing towards left fingertips or over to your right. You choose what works. And come back to that real, steady, continuous breath now. Stay down low, unravel your legs down there. Then come back through center as you inhale. Just take your feet out wide. Let your knees knock into the midline. Take your hands to your belly. Just going to work a little bit of breath before we move into final rest. I'll get you guys to inhale first. Exhale out. And inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do one more. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can stay here now, continue on maybe with that breath. Or you can extend your legs down into final rest. You take your ankles to the outer edges of the mat. Walk your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe palms upward facing to just receive the gifts of your dedication and devotion this morning. Now, as always, you can stay here for as long as you want, as long as you need. Otherwise, remember your breath. So come back to that sense of feeling in your body. And slowly transition to one side. Just before you rush to seated, just take a moment there. Just kind of letting the dust settle a little bit. And then help yourself up to seated in the most supportive way. Bring your hands to rest at your heart. Take note of this quality of energy now, like coursing through your body. Steady, calm, collected together. Now we've got to take that into our life. Different story. A deep breath in. Full breath out. Namaste.